What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy, the hater. I had another video planned for today, but I turned WrestleMania on to watch it, only to find out that there's going to be a delay because there's lightning. Did you think things could go any worse than they already have for WWE this year? First of all, the entire year is shit because of no audiences. And now we find ourselves, motherfucks, in a situation, that's right, cucks, where we don't even start the show on time. It's already 8:13. 13 minutes ago the show should have started. Now they're trying to fill it in with Michael Cole and Shane McMahon. So I figured this is as good a time as any to do a nice, quick preview of tonight's matches, just because we have some new information. Number one, the delay. All right. So who knows? Who cares? The poor fans have been waiting there. This is going to be bad. This is going to be a bad night. Speaking of bad, we have Bad Bunny in the building. That's pretty good. I'm looking forward to that. Michael Cole already explained that the first match of the night is going to be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. So as far as I'm concerned, the vast majority of people can just watch this and turn the show off. You know what I'm saying? I only care potentially for this match and the Bad Bunny match. Everything else I couldn't give a shit about, I mean, even this match I don't really give a shit about, but the facts are what the facts are, you know what I mean? The fans have been waiting this entire time, and the show has been delayed. So once we watch Bobby Lashley versus Drew, then we're going to move on to the other matches. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison. That's going to be garbage, of course, but Bad Bunny's there, so that's kind of cool. We have the New Day versus AJ and Omos. That's going to be boring, except for the Omos parts. Braun versus Shane, complete waste of time. Cesaro versus Rollins. That's going to be match number 2, almost 100%. And then we have, somehow, after the WWE title match, you know what I'm saying? We have Lana Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. It's going to be somewhere after that match. This is like to receive a tag team title shot on night 2. It's like so inconsequential, And probably the match that's going to close is going to be Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. Maybe Braun versus Shane, but I'm going to think it's Sasha versus Bianca Belair. I really hope it's Bad Bunny, though, just so Bad Bunny can be a WrestleMania main eventer. That would be great for all the smarks to rage about. Oh, why didn't Ziggler get the spot? You know what I mean? So now we're still waiting for this to start. The irony of all this, in my opinion, is that Michael Cole said it's going to be a slight delay, but how do we know how slight the delay is going to be? What if it starts lightning and thundering the whole night? They really should have thought this through for their first event, especially considering that they have limited seating. You know what I mean? You could have easily just had a few, like a smaller arena and fewer people, and still have had the match be good and interesting. You know what I mean? The matches, I should say. But instead, they're focusing their attention on creating this new fan experience. And the first night they do it, there's weather problems. And perhaps more importantly than weather problems, you already don't even have a full crowd. So it's like you're trying to create a moment with a crowd, but the crowd isn't all there. And the ones that are there are now just waiting, sitting on their asses, probably thinking, I wish I'd stayed home and watched this on Peacock Network. Speaking of which, the fact that this is only on Peacock Network is also, in my opinion, a blow to WWE this year. Now, of course, money was involved, so it was good. But the facts remain what the facts remain, motherfucks. The facts remain what the facts remain. And the reality is that in Peacock, fewer people are probably going to watch it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that don't even know about Peacock until today because they haven't watched for weeks. And they're going to try to go to the WWE app and they're going to be, what the hell is going on? By the time they Google it, by the time they figure it out, certainly some of them are going to be like, fuck Peacock. I'm not going to do that. I'll just read about it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Or maybe I'll sign up for tomorrow. So we'll see. Now I have the volume turned off because I'm doing this video about Drew McIntyre. I just had an interview with some broad who looks like Renee Young. And it's now 8:17. JBL is here. The bald guy who doesn't know anything about wrestling is here. And some girl who looks like Carmella, but it's not. It's Kayla. I think it's Kayla Braxton. The subtitles are telling me. This is embarrassing. And the bottom it says, WrestleMania is in a weather delay. The event will resume as soon as conditions permit. This could take hours, motherfucks. I actually debated doing like a live stream so we could talk about this together. I talk, you guys type, you know what I'm saying? You know the rules. But I'm glad I didn't because we would just be sitting here talking about nothing, just making fun of this guy being bald. But if there's any interest in the hater doing a live stream, let me know in the comments or email me at indiewrestlingsucks@gmail.com, motherfucks. That's all I have to say about this. I mean, I guess we can quickly do a preview of tomorrow because I'm not going to do another preview show. Tomorrow sounds like the better show a little bit because you have Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, which I don't care about, but people will care about. The Fiend versus Randy Orton, the worst match of all time. But still, people are going to want to see this, unfortunately, somehow, right? Then we have Big E versus Apollo Crews, which I think I'm the only person that's interested in this. Owens versus Sami Zayn, probably nobody in the world is interested in this except for like the people that are Logan Paul fans. Riddle versus Sheamus. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is obviously the worst night. You know, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Like, none of these matches matter. The only match that matters tomorrow, realistically, is Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. And tonight, the only matches that matter are Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison, in my opinion, as well as Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. But that's going to happen first. So I have a feeling that Lashley might retain now that it's happening first. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. This really doesn't feel like a WrestleMania, guys. I think I speak for everyone when I say that. This feels like a glorified Monday Night Raw and Tuesday night like Super Show situation. That's how it feels like. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania. Cesaro versus Rollins with basically zero build-up. Cesaro going from complete jobber to all of a sudden he's in the main card. Makes no sense. You know what I mean? It's part of the bigger problem of no consistency. You know, you have Cesaro here this year. Nakamura he's relegated, motherfucks, to being on the Royal Rumble. I mean, whatever, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on SmackDown. It's not even on the pre-show. It's such a shit match with such shit wrestlers. I looked at the people that were in the match. They're all jobbers. Like, this means absolutely nothing. It's just like a bunch of 205 live jabrones and people like Nakamura. Like, nobody cares about this at all. So the fact that Nakamura couldn't even win that, he couldn't even win the Andre the Giant SmackDown Battle Royal, shows that there's no consistency. That should have been Cesaro in there, Nakamura in here. That would have made more sense. But of course, you know, Nakamura has to be buried, and rightfully so. He sucks. Right now, they have the New Day here. They're all back together. Xavier Woods has a stupid-ass haircut. I don't understand until he has like white streaks on his hair. Kofi Kingston's hair looks like a mop. He's like made his braids kind of like, I don't know, look like a mohawk. It's very weird. It looks like shit. It looks like a Swiffer feather duster. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's good to see them together, I guess. A better use of the time than typical, because like, you know, you have to waste some time now until the weather conditions get back. I mean, I don't even know what they're gonna do. They're gonna run out of ideas. You know, if these people were smart, they would start showing like old WrestleMania matches that are like short. You know what I mean? Just show like some, you know, highlights of something. I don't know, do something, man. Or have like a new match. Just have like a new match with two people that if they get hit by lightning, like no one cares. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put in Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali in there and hope they both get struck by lightning. I don't know, motherfucks. That's what I gotta say about that. So soon enough, I might start doing live streams for pay-per-view coverage or something like that. We'll see if there's any interest in that. Email me, write in the comments. Let me know, motherfuckers. Let me know. Have fun tonight watching WrestleMania. If you're in Tampa, stay inside so you don't get hit by lightning. And that's all I gotta say about that, motherfucker.